Hello Pooch lovers, welcome back to the Alpha Pooch channel. Now you might think you know everything about your furry companion, but how well do you really know them? What if I told you sometimes your dog secretly hates certain things you do? Today, we're going to discuss the top 10 things your dog secretly hates about human behaviors. Yeah, you heard that right. We're gonna unpack all those things you do that make your dog tilt their head in confusion, or worse, send them running for the hills. You think you're showing love, but they think you are just darn right annoying at times. It's about to get real, folks. Stay tuned. Alright, let's kick things off with a big one: hugging. Yeah, I know, it's instinctual for us humans. You see something cute, you want to squeeze it, but your dog? They ain't wired that way. See, in the dog world, putting a limb over another dog's shoulders? That's dominance. That's saying, yo, I'm in charge here. So when you come at your pooch with open arms, they don't see love. They feel trapped. They feel their personal space invaded. Instead of a full-on bear hug, try this. Kneel down to their level, let them come to you. Scratch them behind the ears, give them a good rub. That's how you show affection in dog language. Remember, it's all about understanding the world from their perspective, not projecting our human emotions onto them. Next up, yelling. Now I get it, sometimes you gotta raise your voice. The pizza guy shows up, your team's losing, life happens. But to your dog, those booming vocals? That's a whole lot of scary noise pollution. Dogs have way more sensitive hearing than us. So when you yell, it's like someone's blasting an air horn right next to their ears. Instead of unleashing your inner drill sergeant, try speaking in a calm, assertive tone. Even when you're correcting bad behavior, keep it firm but fair. Trust me, they'll get the message. Alright, this next one's all about eye contact. Now, in the human world, looking someone in the eye shows respect, right? But in the dog world, it can be interpreted as a challenge, especially if it's prolonged, intense staring. Think about it, when two dogs are sizing each other up, what do? They lock eyes. It's a way of establishing dominance, and it can lead to aggression real fast. So, how should you look at your dog? Softly, folks, softly. Avert your gaze slightly. Let him approach you for some face licks. That's how you build trust, not tension. Let's talk about dressing up your dog. Sure, that little sailor suit might look adorable in your Instagram pics, but chances are, your dog feels like they're wearing a straitjacket. Dogs aren't fashionistas, folks. They don't need fancy clothes to express themselves. In fact, most dogs find costumes and outfits restrictive and uncomfortable. Think about it. Their fur is their natural clothing. It keeps them warm in the winter, cool in the summer. Why mess with perfection? If you absolutely must dress up your pup, keep it short and sweet, and make sure the outfit fits properly and allows for full range of motion. No choking hazards, no overheating. Alright, let's talk about sniffing. Now, I know it can be tempting to yank your dog away when they're trying to sniff every lamppost on the block, but here's the thing, sniffing is how dogs explore the world. It's their way of gathering information, socializing, and just plain enjoying their walk. Imagine if you went to a party and weren't allowed to talk to anyone, dance, or even look around. That's what it's like for a dog who's constantly being dragged away from interesting smells. So, next time you're out for a walk, let your furry friend sniff to their heart's content. Within reason, of course. We don't want any accidents. Now this next one's a biggie alone time. Look, I get it, we all have lives. We got jobs, errands, that hot date you've been waiting for, but leaving your dog alone for long stretches, that's a recipe for disaster. Dogs are pack animals, they crave companionship. Being left alone for too long can lead to separation anxiety, destructive behavior, and even depression. If you have to be gone for extended periods, consider hiring a dog walker, enrolling your pup in doggy daycare, or asking a trusted friend or neighbor to check in on them. This next one's all about fear. Now, some dogs are naturally more anxious than others. Maybe they had a rough start in life, or maybe they're just wired that way. Whatever the reason, it's important to recognize and address your dog's fears, not dismiss them. If your dog's scared of thunderstorms, don't punish them for cowering under the bed. Instead, create a safe space for them. Maybe a crate covered with a blanket, and provide comfort and reassurance. Remember, fear is a natural emotion. By acknowledging and helping your dog work through their fears, you're strengthening your bond and building trust. Let's talk about rules. Now, I know it might seem fun to let your dog sleep on the bed one night and then banish them to the doghouse the next. But trust me, Inconsistency is confusing for dogs. Dogs thrive on routine and predictability. They need to know what's expected of them, what's allowed and what's not. When you're constantly changing the rules, it's like speaking a different language every day. They can't keep up. So establish clear boundaries and stick to them. This will make your dog feel secure, knowing their place in the pack. Alright, let's talk about social interactions. Now, just because you're a social butterfly doesn't mean your dog is. Forcing your dog to interact with other animals or people when they're clearly uncomfortable is a recipe for disaster. Not all dogs are going to be best buds with every living creature they meet. Some dogs are naturally more cautious or even fearful. Pay attention to your dog's body language. If they're showing signs of stress like yawning, lip licking, or a tucked tail, it's time to give them some space. And finally, let's talk about routine. Dogs thrive on predictability. They feel safe and secure when they know what to expect when they'll be fed, walked, and played with. Imagine if your own life was completely chaotic, no set schedule, no consistency. Stressful, right? Now, I'm not saying you have to run your household like a military operation, but having a regular routine can work wonders for your dog's well-being. Consistency is key, folks. It's the foundation of a happy, well-adjusted dog. So there you have it, folks. 10 surprising things your dogs secretly hate that you do. Remember, understanding these dislikes can help you build a stronger, more respectful relationship with your furry friend. It's all about seeing the world from their perspective, about being the calm, assertive pack leader they need you to be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insights here on the Alpha Pooch channel. See you next time.